It's cat time.
Meow.
Cat time. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Got some cat demons.
And a cat getting harassed.
And a cat definitely getting harassed. You right. Yeah, got some weird things happening on this week's episode. Here on Jared and I'll watch Inuyasha.
Mhm.
It is episode 76. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello, hello.
We are discussing season 3, episode 21, or episode 75, entitled The Plot of the Panther Devas. We go meow.
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 Yeah.
We begin this episode with Sesshomaru and his gang.
Characters we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah. They're hanging out where Ryokotse died. If you remember that earlier arc.
Yep.
And they're just like, man, can you believe Inuyasha did this? And they're like, yeah, that's real weird. Anyways, let's leave. That's basically it.
That's basically what happened there. It's like, wow, Inuyasha's stronger than I thought. Well, Jockin says that, and Shoshan was like, okay.
And then we go to Koga and his group.
His boys.
Another group of characters we haven't seen in a while, and they're like, cats around, yuck.
Kitty.
Anyways, let's go the other way. We're not concerned with them. And then we cut over to the village. Inuyasha's like, man, Kagome hasn't been here for 3 days. I'm gonna go get her. So he just jumps in the well, and then Kagome's mom and Sota show up to the house, and there's like, hey, we're home. And then Grandpa's reading the paper, and Inuyasha's just there playing with the cat, and they're like, oh, hey, Inuyasha, how's it going?
How you
It's
doing?
very funny.
It's really
like,
good.
Here's this dog demon here.
Just
oh, hey, how's
chilling.
it going? Nice to see you. He's just like, where's Kagome? And like, oh, she's probably still at school. She'll be here soon.
And then she walks in
And
front of
then-
traffic.
She walks in front of traffic. She gets home, and she's like, why are you here, Inuyasha? I was going to come at some point. And she's like, no, we got to go now. And she's like, what do you mean? But then Kagome's mom's like, well, you got steak.
What steak?
I don't understand the steak business, but I'm going to continue to play with this cat.
Yay.
Back in the past, Moroku, Songo, and Shippo are just hanging out waiting for Kagome and Inuyasha to come back. And then some cats show up. They're like, hey, where's the priestess? We want the sacred jewel shards. Which I gotta commend this filler arc for making the, like, actual...
Plot?
No, not that. But, like, the
Okay.
actual, like, cat demons just very late 90s anime design.
Oh, okay.
Because they just look straight out, like, ripped out of that.
Nice.
It's very funny.
I think my favorite part about this is Kaede just looking with one eyeball out the window.
Just peeking out, like,
Comes
and
out.
just walks out, like, what do you want?
Like, not you. You're supposed to be young and skimpily dressed all skimpy like you're an old lady. Yee.
Yee. We get into a little bit of a tussle here, and then they leave because they're like, oh, Kagome's not here, so we should just leave.
Mhm.
Hachi shows up and is like, earlier he's like, I had to run away. The cat demons are here. I'm so scared. Ah.
Like ignoring the fact that he was in the last episode.
He's like, whoa, it's been a while since we've seen you. It's like, bruh, you were just here.
There's also a really good part where Inuyasha is just like harassing the cat.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up getting bopped, and you're like, no, this isn't cool. And Grandpa's like, that's what you get.
Don't make cats mad. They will just bop you.
Cat curse.
Cat curse.
So Inuyasha's just having a bad day with cats.
Yeah, but he gets to eat some steak and eats it just like an animal. Just with his hands like, it's real
The
funny.
eating sounds are weird. That's how I eat steak.
Yeah, of course. That's the only way to eat steak.
It's true.
So then Yasha and Kagome go back to the past, and then as soon as they show up, Moroku, Songo, Shippo, and Hachi are just sitting there playing cards,
Mhm.
and they're like, man, you shouldn't have come back this early.
Some
Yeah,
weird
it's like, why
stuff
did you say
going
that?
on.
So they kind of explain like what's going on and everything, and then immediately the cat demons show up and are like, let's fight, yay! And they just render everyone just completely useless and steal Kagome.
Mhm. The wiki skipped the part about Sesshomaru and the ice water and the
No,
fishing.
it says it
Oh,
here.
it does? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Derp.
Um, so Kagome gets kidnapped, and then we see like Sesshomaru and his gang fishing. It's Jockin and Ren just fishing, and Sesshomaru's just like sitting there like, and then he walks away, and all the ice in the river like freezes, and this lady's like, "Hey, how's it going? You want to have a little fight? We gotta settle the score from 50 years ago." And Sesshomaru's like, "I don't really care. I would beat your ass again.
Yep.
Like it ain't nothing." He's like, "Our master wants you to come." And he's like, "Okay, whatever." Yeah, and then like Ren and Jockin show up, and like Ren's like, "Oh, look at all these fish I got," and he's like, "Jockin, you have to come with me. Ren, stay with On.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Stay with them." And she's like, "Okay, I'll stay right here. Please don't forget us.
This
I got all this fish now."
is the worst childcare ever.
Yep. So Sesshomaru and Jockin just go on along, and then there's this dude who shows up that we saw at the very beginning of the episode, who is, what's his name, Ryokan.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, Sesshomaru, please take me back. I will come help fight with you." And Sesshomaru's like, "Nope, don't need you.
Not necessary.
If you keep bugging me, I will cut your head off. Jockin, you're the only one who gets to come with me."
And Jockin is like initially really excited about that, and then he realizes like, oh, if this goes wrong, I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Inuyasha and the gang run after trying to find Kagome. They run into Koga, who also figures out that Kagome got kidnapped, so they both are heading towards there. They run into the cat demons again, and the cat demons pull a little trick on them to lure them to a dead end and then disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all upset, and then Koga mentions like, "Oh, it's just the scent's gone. It's just like Naraku's barrier." And then Inuyasha's like, "Oh, a barrier. Oh, I have a thing for that now." And he pulls out the Tetsaiga and is like, makes it red, and then he's about to go do his barrier thing, and then the episode just ends.
It just ends.
It just ends.
It's weird. What a weird
It was
ending.
very bizarre. Also, it's wild to think that like they're gonna do like the first big Tetsaiga barrier break in a filler arc.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very strange.
Yay.
Let's talk about some notes, I guess, for this episode.
Okay.
Like we mentioned earlier, this episode and the rest of the Panther Devas episodes are all anime filler.
Okay.
Sesshomaru displays some very unusual behavior this episode.
Does he?
When Jockin and Ren are fishing, Sesshomaru is seen sitting down and watching them rather than wandering around as he normally does during their meal times. Sesshomaru himself was never shown to eat at all throughout the entire series.
What if he just wanted to rest?
Yeah, he's just resting. And then he does just get up and leave like 3 seconds into it, so.
Right. He does just do his wandering thing. Like he gets bored and leaves and goes and talks with the ice lady. So like, I don't know that this is really completely out of character here, but whatever.
Yeah. When Jockin tries to convince him to accept Ryokan's help, Sesshomaru resorts to placation to silence him, saying Jockin is all the help he needs rather than concussive force, which really he's backhandedly saying this to Jockin, which is basically just telling him like, "Hey, shut up, let's go."
Yeah, basically.
That's all he's really saying there. It's not like, "Oh, I really need your help." Jockin's like, "Dude, shut up, let's go."
Yeah, like he legit just repeatedly says not necessary.
Yeah.
Like it's not a compliment. It's just
shut up.
an entire dismissal happening.
Yes. Go ahead with what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say, so I think that these are like not necessarily unusual behaviors. I think it's also that we just don't know this dude at all because he shows up for like 30 seconds in a couple episodes and then just is gone for 30 episodes.
Yeah, basically.
You know, as you do.
But yeah, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Next time, we will be discussing Season 3, Episode 22, or Episode 76, entitled Target, Sesshomaru and Inuyasha.
Ba-na-na-na.
I do think the interesting thing about this filler arc that we, at least like right now, is that it seems like it's building up to this weird, uneasy allies of Inuyasha, Koga, and Sesshomaru.
Yeah.
Reluctantly teaming up, we should say.
Mm-hmm.
To fend off the Panther Devas, which I think that could be interesting, but again, it is a filler arc, so I don't think it's going to be like super interesting or like well done.
And it's definitely not going to be like lasting.
Right, exactly. I guess we will see how everything shakes out.
Uh-huh.
That's going to do it for this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next week as we find out why Sesshomaru and Inuyasha targets.
Yes. They're going to Target.
Yes, they're going to go shop at Target.